My name is Montez Kerr, and I am a photographer, well, slash visual artist. Yeah, but I'm a photographer. That's my main medium of expression. Inspired by my day-to-day surroundings. As I drive around the island, I guess my favorite thing to take pictures are, I would say, landscapes. So I'm inspired by what I see every day. The sunsets, the sunrises, our natural natural beach scenes. I would say those are the things that inspire me most. I would say the hardest thing about creating and taking a photo is creativity in a lot of cases. Sometimes you become, at least in my case, you become burnt out. Sometimes you kind of lose inspiration. And sometimes I have to convince myself that I'm going to shoot. Sometimes I say, okay, I've already shot that before, do I really want to shoot that again? And in order to get around that, what I try and travel. Travel gives me inspiration. I see new things in a different way. And when I'm away from the Bahamas and I come back, then I kind of appreciate what I have. And so it inspires me to shoot a bit more. So the process, well, outside of the process of taking an image, typically before I take a photo, I would have an image in my mind of what I really want to shoot, right? For example, I would be in the eastern area and I would see the sunset on a particular day. So I would drive around that area, I would watch the sunset, I look at the time, I look at, for example, the cloud movement, and then I would basically map out the image I want to take. So that's basically my process. And once I look at the image, I know the instruments I would need. Do I need a wide-angle lens? Do I need a telephoto lens? Do I need a neutral density filter to really bring out the highlights? So that's really a part of my process. A lot of people think it's just you go and you just take a picture, but it's a lot more goes into than just taking a picture. I'm influenced by artists. I would dare to say my greatest influence was my father, because my father's the person who put the camera in my hand when I was about 7 years old. You know, he showed me the principles of photography, f-stops, shutter speeds. So he would be my greatest influence in terms of photography. But other photographers have influenced me. I saw the works of Ansel Adams. He's perhaps one of the greatest landscape photographers. I saw his work when I was a lot younger. And it really inspired me. It's like, this guy took these beautiful pictures. And from there, I was really just like, maybe I can do that too. And as time grew, I started finding other photographers, like Peter Lik, which is a very famous photographer. And I mean, he established a worldwide business. And so it really influenced me. I said, this guy can do it. Then, I may be from a small island, but I think I could perhaps retain some of the same success. How important that titles to my images? It depends on what I'm taking and depends on what I'm feeling at the time. If I'm inspired, after I've taken the image, in most cases I'm up late at night, right? Because that's when I edit most of my photos. And if I feel it pulls a feeling out of me, then in some cases I would give the name of the image to the way I feel. I like poetry, so a lot of times I can kind of tie an image into a poem that I've read. And so that's how I would give a title to a particular image. Yeah. Sometimes, not all the time. It really depends on the image. What I like to use my experiences to help younger people. I mean, as any type of visual artist, as any type of photographer, painter, the deal may be, I find a lot of times success is hard to come by. When I say success, when it's hard to come by, I mean, for example, monetary, success. But I like to encourage people because, and a lot of times in life is a lot about, I say, milestones, right? From grade 1 to grade 2, you graduate from high school, you graduate from college, you get married. And a lot of times, if you're a visual artist, any type of artist, life doesn't go that way. You know what I'm trying to say? Sometimes there's a long, drawn-out process before you can get where you want to get. So what I like to encourage people is enjoy the process, enjoy the entire journey, right? Because if you focus too much, at least in my experience, if you focus too much on where you want to get or where you want to arrive, then you kind of miss all those beautiful parts in between. So when I say that, be encouraged. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a visual artist, but throughout life, take it one day at a time and enjoy the journey. Well, first I'd like to thank June for taking the time to give me to to actually do this interview. I also want to thank her. She hosted a show of mine, so for that I'm extremely grateful. You can find me. I'm all over the internet. My website is montezkerr.com. You can interact with me on Facebook. I'm quite active on social media. So if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to engage you, and share, my work with you. Thank you once again.